Hi, I'm Tom Scarpello of Revology Cars. I'm here with our Chief Engineer, Aaron Wright. Today we're going to talk a bit about the Coyote Gen 3 engine and how we package it in the Revology Mustang. So a lot of people have asked us, how do you get the Coyote engine to fit in the Mustang architecture? Of course, that car had a pretty narrow engine bay, and the Coyote obviously is a physically much larger engine than that original pushrod 289 was. So there's an awful lot that goes into packaging it. So let's start with the engine first. So Aaron, can you tell us a little bit about the Gen 3 Coyote engine?
Sure, it's 460 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque. In order to package the width, we've removed the damper houses and applied closeout panels. And the front suspension is double wishbone, coilover suspension. And the headers on it are custom and intended to fit between the frame rails of the original vehicle.
Now, in addition to giving us room for the Coyote, that double wishbone suspension also gives us perfect suspension geometry. Most race cars, any really well-designed race car uses a double wishbone suspension. So that's a kind of a double edge benefit. You get more space to package the engine, plus you get better geometry. Now, how about the braking system? Obviously, the width of the Coyote necessitated moving the brake master cylinder and booster outboard. How did we go about doing that?
So the original vehicles have a vacuum booster. It's a rather large unit. It's much too large to fit against the Coyote. So we went with a Hydro Boost unit, and we've oriented it specifically and chosen a master cylinder and reservoir specifically to package between the hood hinge and the motor.
Now, the fuel system also had to be revised for the Gen 3. And so we have a fuel regulator that's mounted to the firewall, and that feeds the fuel rail. So tell us a little bit about the fuel system. So
the Coyote engine requires a return fuel system. So it's fuel pump, fuel filter, 3/8 line running into the regulator, which then is run at 73 pounds and goes into the fuel rail, and anything that's not used is run back into the fuel tank by another 3/8 line.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, air is another big consideration. So we needed to package an air intake in this limited amount of space. Obviously, the Mustang, S550 Mustang air intake is huge. It'd be sticking outside the fender if you were to put it. So how did we address that?
So the Gen 3 motor in particular is very finicky in terms of the flow path and flow direction of air over the mass air sensor. And so to make this engine run properly, you have to have very specific air intake to make it work. So we've taken a Roush Gen 3 airbox and made modifications to it that allow us to have a proper flow rate through the intake system.
And the air intake takes fresh air in from underneath the fender.
So the cold air for this intake system is pulled through a hole in the fender and then through a pre-filter into the main filter housing.
And engine cooling. Now, this is one of the big pet peeves of owners of 60s cars. They had a tendency to overheat in anything other than kind of ideal conditions. So obviously the Coyote engine generates a lot more heat than the original engine, so it requires a lot more cooling. And we've packaged the Mustang radiator and cooling fan in our engine bay. So how did we do that?
So the dimensions of the radiator in the original car are pretty different from what's in a modern Mustang or any modern car. So in order to package the modern radiator and cooling fan, we've added a lower support which is integrated into the body as it's being welded together before paint. to take the additional height, width, and thickness of the system. And then we've added a core support across the top that attaches to the top of it and supports the entire system.
And we've got a few other little neat touches. So we're using these super loud Hella horns, so no one's going to have trouble hearing your horn when you beep at them, which you're going to need to do to get people out of your way, because you've got a Coyote Gen 3 that just really wants to move. If you ever need to jump your battery, you've got access right here. The PCM, the computer for the engine's located here. Always, we try to use OEM hardware whenever we possibly can. It's the most reliable, the best quality, the best cost, the best availability. If you ever need replacement parts, much easier to get. So that's basically the overview of the Gen 3 Coyote packaging in the Revology Mustang. Thanks for watching.